But to deep, dump it.
All right, yes, the market's crashing. But it's time to do some technical analysis, something I've not done in a while. A lot of people have bought a lot of coins here and here, while right now all the prices of the entire crypto market is right here. It's dipping. So we are looking at the Bitcoin chart, but Bitcoin is kind of the fuel for the whole crypto market. So whatever Bitcoin does, usually all the altcoins follow. So now Bitcoin is dipping, and if we go from the all-time high, which is at 64,900 almost, and if we go down to the current price, we're right now at a 41% dip, but the whole crash was 53%, and it's a record crash for any bull market. So are we still in a bull market? Well, looking onto some other things, as you can see right here, we are clearly in a downwards trend, but the volume speaks for itself as we have a bullish divergence in the volume. So at least some good news and something to look forward to. Now, what is actually driving the Bitcoin price? It's all the FUD that's been going on. And if we go to crypto Twitter now, a lot of people are freaking out, but there's also a lot of comments like this. Y'all don't get it. I'm not selling my Bitcoin ever. And that's kind of also the main point here. Even though yes, I want to do technical analysis for this video, the whole point stands that we are all in here for a brand new financial system. It's a financial revolution, and it is a revolution, and it's going on. So no matter how big the dip, if you zoom out, and if we, for example, look at a weekly candle, damn, okay, that's still a nasty candle, but if we look at the whole chart. So yes, last time we had such a big candle, we did enter the bear market right here. It lasted for quite a while, but do I think it's gonna happen again? Not really, because this is way different than it was back then. Now, I know that everybody says that. It's true, everybody does say that. But back in 2017, the mainstream didn't adopt crypto nearly as much as they do now. And I don't know if this is true, but if the volume was the highest in 2014, then this doesn't make any sense. And also, as you can see, 2017 volume way higher than right now. We're just waiting for all the volume to come into, I mean, the real volume. The institutions are buying, that's true. But we need the big corporations, the banks. When they start buying, everything is going to completely change. So you gotta have the larger perspective in your mind always at all times. So whenever a dip like this happens, it doesn't f you up mentally. So the most important thing is to stay calm. Eventually, we're gonna go up. Eventually. The worst case scenario, you're gonna hold bags for a year, the crypto market goes up again, and you're back where you were before. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we bounce back within a week. You never know what's gonna happen, but let's look here at the monthly chart. And what does the monthly chart look like? Well, here we go. Doesn't look nearly as bad now, does it? So there you go, mild correction. We did on markets I've right here, we did get the top signal on the monthly chart. So yeah, that might not be the best of signals, but as you can see, when we were overbought in 2017 and we got the top, the first stop for the monthly, just the next month we got the bottom and also inside overbought, and that's when it went. So from the top, the first stop that it found was at 3K, 3,200, and we went all the way up to 2,500. So maybe something similar is gonna happen now. It's gonna go a little bit down, so it just recharges a little bit on the monthly here, and then the next month we get a bottom and continue on our uptrend. So that might be a very good case scenario that's probably likely to happen. But let's take a look at Ethereum compared to the US dollar, see where it's going, see what it's doing. So on market cipher right here, we did find a bottom, so the two green candles are a bottom. 2,400, not bad at all for Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum is looking good, but I just want to compare that to the Bitcoin dip. So right here, when Bitcoin got to almost 500, right here when Bitcoin got to almost 5K, almost $5,000, Then we had a dip. How big was the dip? We got the dip from 5K all the way down to 2,800. And that was a dip of 43%. Okay, and now going back to Ethereum, kind of in a similar spot right now. Didn't get as high, but didn't go as high, but it did go lower than Bitcoin did way back then, and the percentage-wise, it also dipped a little further down than Bitcoin did back then. But back then, also the bull market continued, so I'm guessing the bull market is also going to continue now. Looking at the daily time frame, we still have the money flow going. As you can see, this green money flow, the money is flowing freely in Ethereum, and it's all looking good and bullish. Compare that to Bitcoin, where we are losing a little bit of that money flow, but then again, we are in oversold territory. So the last time we were oversold was 9th September 2020, and you all know what happened when we were oversold back then. Let me just go percentage-wise from there to the all-time high, 500%, 550% for Bitcoin. So yes, we did have corrections along the way. So we had this first correction of 30%, then we had the second correction of 26%. We had even more corrections. Now this one was 18%, not as bad. This one was in April, the closest one, which was 30%. And then from the all-time high, yes, we are over 50%, but from this dip here, we went 50%, 49.49% actually, and at the current price, we're 35% in the dip from the lower highs here, and we had higher high here. So preferably what we want to see is another higher high, obviously. So that's the only way we can see a continuation of this bull trend. If we bounce to here and get a lower high, I'll remove this. If we now go like this, bounce to here, and then continue the downtrend, get another, then we would have another lower high and another lower low, and that would be probably bear market territory. But until then, I am bullish because we are going to see this. Dips like this are not sustainable, just like grows like this are not sustainable. So it can't dip forever. It definitely cannot. It needs to at least bounce back and give us this dead cat. Or if it doesn't bounce back to the dead cat and bounces all the way through to a new higher high, then we have a confirmation of the ongoing bull market. But other than that, guys, don't panic, don't fret, don't worry. It's all gonna be good. We're all in this for the long run. Remember that. Do not sell at a loss. We're here for the long run, and I'll catch you all for the next video. Bye-bye, and stay awesome.